We'll do a bunch of stuff. I love that tune.
Good evening. Welcome to Field Talk. I am Field, also known as Field Bears, here to remind you that socialism always ends in starvation and genocide. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for missing my past two streams. See, the thing is, if you happen to have some kind of food allergy and/or sensitivity, such as an autoimmune disorder which causes your immune system to attack your healthy cells when you consume a certain substance, such as the protein structure known as gluten found in wheat, barley, rye, and all of their derivatives, then probably you ought to be very, 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 very careful about what you put into your body. And that means reading ingredients lists with care. I picked up a candy bar and ate the candy bar after hastily reading the ingredients in my hunger, and I do believe that is what caused me to have a migraine and a subsequent lethargy and inability to string two thoughts together over the next couple of days. And so, if you happen to have celiac, any of the three forms, I happen to have the rather severe neurological form, where it attacks my spinal cord and brain. Not fun. Not fun at all. Migraines are bad. It's very, very bad. Or if you happen to have the gut one or the musculature, I think that's how you pronounce that word. Hello, Gabby number one. Indeed. I'm quite handsome. So with that announcement out of the way, I think I would like to instead, since I missed basically my streams, and I missed Pinder's stream too. I haven't even watched the replay yet. I feel very guilty about that. I will be watching the replay directly after this, though, so be very careful. Anyway, like I was saying, you need to read even if you don't, I think it's a good idea to read the ingredients lists of whatever kind of processed food that you are ingesting with great care, because there happen to be quite a few detrimental substances which have somewhat of a common nature, such as monosodium glutamate or high fructose corn syrup or several other impronounceable atrocities which we tend to put into our bodies with alarming regularity. And so I would like to say hello to Sarge, Honky Bear, Cabby number 1. Welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you. Fair Bear, Jay, and Honky Bear, and Cowboy Bear. Hello, Dom. So for serious, I was very, very hungry, Sarge. Cut me a break. I had skipped breakfast because I woke up late. I had errands to run. Now, Dom was selling the Young and the Wrenchless mugs, but since he has a wrench here, they're a lie. So maybe I need to take Dom's wrench away so that he'll finally be telling the truth. All right. Have a safe drive, Patriot Bear, and hello and goodbye. So let's just go ahead and have a let's just have a little bit of a nice, simple, civilized chat about well, the insanity of the past week instead of doing a writing session. So as we all know, a total wackadoo went and murdered some Jews in a synagogue, and then Don Lemon, who's got a pointy head and no hair, so pointy head Don Lemon, it's got basically a lemon-shaped head. So I'll just call him Lemonhead from now on. Exactly. Exactly, Cabby. Number 1. Indeed. Don Lemonhead. He goes on live, CNN, and says, and I think this is fairly close to his quote, is, we need to stop demonizing people and realize that white men are the problem, often radicalized to the right. And there's no white guy travel ban, and stuff like that. And the thing is like, wow, buddy, wow. Like, rarely do you see someone be that hypocritical in the same sentence. It was truly a thing to behold when I saw the clips. And so what I'd like to say about that is clearly he doesn't think of white men as people. Because he regards white guys as a threat, as a terroristic threat. And no one thinks that Arab men are a terroristic threat. They think that Muslim men from particular sects of Islam that happen to thrive in particular geographical regions, such as Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Qatar, have a tendency to be, slightly threatening. Hello, Dax. Welcome. Glad to see you here. So that's like, it's really a very reasonable position to hold. Is, hey, these particular geographic reasons tend to have less than stable religious teaching. Let's put it like that. It's like it's a logical, rational position to hold, and it's not in any way racially motivated at all. It's just looking at where these attackers tend to come from and saying, okay, these countries here seem to have quite the problem, as we have come to understand, and coming up with a list of these places and saying, okay, we're going to be very, very vigilant about the people coming from these places, and until we can actually get some kind of, oh boy, I am big drumming. Until we can get some kind of viable vetting system in place, then we're just going to say, okay, no travel from these places until such time as we can actually get a handle on things. And it's like, obviously, we have to be able to know who's traveling to our country from these very obviously unstable regions. Hello, Andrew. Because we don't want to be importing instability from other places. It's really obvious. It's really obvious. I mean, we have enough we can be generous to Don Lemonhead and say, yeah, we have real problems in our own country, and so if we're going to go with Don Lemonhead and say that there's a problem with white guys in this country, then why on earth would we import the problems of other countries? Hello, Boulder. Why on earth should we? Why on earth should we import the problems of another country when we've got plenty of problems of our own to deal with? Like, why can't we just go ahead and deal with the Jew hating wackadoos in our own country and not import the Jew hating wackadoos from another country? That doesn't make any sense to me, whatever. Zero. So Don Lemonhead, you saying that there's a travel ban on these countries, therefore racism. Also, this country is full of racists who want to kill brown people and Jews, and so we need to bring Jew hating wackadoos from other countries in. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's absolutely insane to me. Clowned Piven strategy. I don't know what that is, Sarge. I guess I will have to look it up. But, not on the air. Oh, what else? Oh, yeah, if anyone knows about Brianna Wu, she's one of the literally who's from Gamergate. She made like a text choose your own adventure digital book. Flowered Piven. I still don't know what that is. Yeah, autocorrect is not very nice. It is a lady of ill repute, as I should say, because there's a no potty mouth policy on the YouTubes for some reason. But I have a no swearing policy of my own because I want your kiddos to be able to listen to this stream and not think I am an insane person who swears all the time, even though I might very well be. Handsome P. In any case, if any of you remember Brianna Wu, she's the one who came up with that Depression Quest, choose your own adventure, text, pretend game thing. And sometimes referred to as the weight of the poor, as paper they published. Okay. All right. Well, everyone should know. You know what? How about this? On Monday, I will tell everyone what I've learned about it over the weekend. Overwhelming the welfare state to destroy a country. Oh, I didn't know that had a name, Sarge. Okay. I didn't know that had a name. That helps, actually. That helps quite a bit. In any case, I'll still look it up, and I'll tell you guys about it on Monday, I think, unless something insane happens over the weekend again. That would just be absolutely dreadful. Welcome back, Cowboy Bear. We're just a little bit less structured today because I didn't prepare anything. I've had less than a productive week, but it's okay. Okay, just got to keep trucking. And seriously, read your labels. Read your labels, guys. So what was I saying about Brianna Wu? Oh, so Brianna Wu is running for Congress in Massachusetts, House of Representatives. Alright. Excellent, Cowboy Bear. I hope it's instructional. So, Brianna Wu is running for Congress. She's that Depression Quest person who did lots of unsavory things with journalists during Gamergate. And now she's going around saying that she's famous for standing up to the alt-right before the alt-right was a thing, apparently. But, Gamergate and alt-right, those are just the boogeymen of the mainstream media, and everyone should just be afraid of them because reasons. Even though the alt-right is like 30 people, and Gamergate was a consumer revolt against journalists calling them names. So, I mean, yeah, those are really scary. I mean, well, Gamergate is actually scary too if you're a mainstream journalist because it shows the power of the people to actually affect you and your bottom line by not taking your nonsense anymore. Because people don't like to admit it, but Gamergate is the one who beat, what was that, BuzzFeed? Yeah, they even that I saw that Dax. That Law and Order episode was the worst piece of propaganda I ever suffered through in my life. It was just atrocious. The Gamergate episode of Law and Order is an example of media stupidity that should be enshrined in museums. I am good background noise. I am good background noise. I'll give you that. So the thing is, she's running for Congress, and she's put out an ad talking about medicinal marijuana and how she suffers from PTSD, but now that she smokes weed and has a dependency on weed to manage PTSD that she got from Twitter, that means that she is a good candidate for Congress for some reason. Now, as you all know, I have zero problem with weed, recreational or medicinal. But I don't think that coming out and saying, "Hey, I have a substance abuse," no, not abuse, I have a dependency on this substance in order to manage a mental disorder that I got from Twitter. I don't think that means you're a good leader. In fact, I think that means you're a terrible leader. And of course, let's not forget the fact that Brianna Wu thinks that you can destroy cities by throwing rocks from the moon. So, man, what else is there? Yeah, so I don't want to talk about Brianna Wu anymore because Brianna Wu is insufferably stupid. It's as I've just outlined from her moon comments. So, what else can we talk about that happened this week? There's plenty, I think. Anything else silly happened that you guys want to talk about? Just jog my memory a bit. Oh no, not silly, terrible, atrocious, and absolutely stomach-churningly reprehensible is the treatment being dealt out to the internet company called Gab. In fact, I need to look, guys. I'm sorry. You're going to have to. You know what? Actually, no. I will. I will make you suffer through the keyboard. I'll use change the DOS. Let's see. Never mind. I can't figure it out. Hello, Last Moomin. Never mind. I can't. Guys, so there's this thing. I think it's called Change the TOS. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Really not sure what it's called. Shucks. But there's this thing going around where NGOs, chief among them the Southern Poverty Law Center, saying that businesses need to change their TOS, and it's like in order to stop the horrible, reprehensible hate speech, to stop the spread of hate across the interwebs. But it's a couple of problems with that. The first one comes to mind is who gets to decide what's hate, and I guess the Southern Poverty Law Center gets to decide what's hate, and we all know how good they are. Is they call Kekistan white supremacy when everyone knows that it's green supremacy. I hope you didn't get the chill from me and my silly making fun of being afraid of hate online. I hope that's not with you. But yeah, the Southern Poverty Law Center is apparently going to be the arbiter of what you can and can't say online, and they want, and it's not just like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube that they want to change their TOS. They want PayPal, Stripe, GoDaddy, other domain registrars. They want web hosting companies. They want major infrastructure and payment processors to go by these so-called terms of service that will allow the far left to dictate who does and does not get to make use of vital infrastructure online. That's what they want. Basically. I can't remember what the thing is called. Apparently there's a petition, and they're like, it's clear that they're going to start going after Infowars.com. They've already gone after Gab because, like, here's the thing: the wackadoo, right? The murdering guy, as I called him on Monday, the murdering guy. He has a Facebook page, but you don't see anyone calling for Facebook to get pulled offline. I imagine he posted his Jew hatred quite prolifically on Facebook as well. But no one's calling for the censorship of Facebook. However, Gab just has to get stricken from the internet because reasons, I guess. Because reasons. Because hate speech. Because Nazis. Because, well, right. Because, ooh, ghosts, I guess. Well, I guess. Because ghosts. But we all just need to be very, very afraid. We all just need to be very, very afraid of alt-right Nazis and ghosts and the KKK, all 12 of them. We need to be very, very afraid of them. So afraid that we can't even let them speak because their hatred might infect the impressionable youth. Even though, actually, here's a really interesting thought. It just occurs to me. So the left has undisputed control over Hollywood, the schools, newspapers, and the mainstream in general. Oh, and the music industry as well. So the left has these pillars, undisputed control over them. And here's something really interesting. Despite all of that influence, they fear just the tiniest amount of freedom. Just the ability of their horrifying alt-right Nazis being able to speak on a platform that, in general, people only go to after they've been banned from the mainstream platforms. They fear it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The Unibloomer also had a Facebook page. And the thing is, ah, the thing is people send each other death threats and other threats to assault each other online all the time. Most of the time, it's just bans. Most of the time, people don't really actually care. I'm not sure, Fairbear. I only heard about it today. Maybe search for the SPLC on this. I don't know. I really don't know, Fairbear. I only just heard about it right before I went on the stream, actually. And it really does turn my stomach. Maybe I think the petition is called Change the TOS, so that might help as well. I don't know, but again, I really did only just hear about it, and I'm still just really quite irritated over it, and I can't. We'll talk about. Yeah, as so many of you may know that Boulder Bear's ex is an insane person, and whenever an insane person sends you a text saying that they're sorry, you should just nope right out of that. I think anyway. Of course, it's completely up to Boulder Bear what he does in this situation, but I don't like dealing with insane people who might stab you. It looks like the chat agrees with me, Boulder, but we'll not talk about that anymore. And you agree with me. Very good, I think. So in any case, and one more thing that happened with Gap that really just absolutely blows my mind is they came up with a statement. They wrote like a little article. They wrote an article about their statement on the synagogue massacre, and it was all like very basically we disavow all terrorism, we disavow all of the stuff. We are just an open platform. Anyone can come on and say anything that they want as long as it's legal under U.S. law. We will not take action against it. Blah blah blah. And they post this on Medium, right? And then Medium just bans them like that. And they can't even point to anything in the article that was a violation of their terms of service. I guess it's just Andrew Torba isn't allowed to be a person online because he's too Alex Jonesy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he knows too much about the number 12. And they can't let him speak about the significance of the number 12, or else very bad things will happen. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. What's going on? Boulder Bear. I know what you're thinking. First it was Alex, but actually the first person they came for, and I said it was look. I said it at the time, but I wasn't on YouTube. I was only on the Twitters. But the first person they actually came after was Andrew England, the guy from the Daily Stupid. Sorry, I mean Daily Stormer. Right. The first one they went after was the Daily Stormer. It's because it was very hard to defend a literal neo-Nazi, right? But it's like I said, well, look, only complete morons are convinced by the Daily Stupid. Only complete morons actually fall for anything that Andrew Anglin says. And besides, he's a filthy socialist, and filthy socialists always lose arguments against actual freedom lovers, just like that filthy socialist. What's his name? He got punched. Started the whole punching Nazi hashtag. Who's that? I'm blanking on the name. He's very popular in the mainstream media. Come on, you guys know who I'm talking about. You got the guy, Richard Spencer. Yeah, he's also a filthy socialist, but he lost handily to Styx Hexenhammer, who managed to destroy him on the Andy Gorski show. It was quite glorious, and I don't even like internet blood sports, and IBS happens to stand for something else, because I don't really like I'm not into the whole drama sphere. I don't like the Ethan Ralph stuff. I don't like the I don't like the I don't like the 10 people screaming at each other and accusing each other of gay ops. I don't even I don't even see the appeal in that. But people like to watch, I guess, dumpster fires from time. But that particular stream was really good, even though the boomer of a cod failed to debate once again. Good point, Big Green Bear. If he's in custody, who changed his profile to private? Yes, he has 0 friends. IRL. That would be the Yimster Fair. Yeah, Boomer of a Cod can't really debate live. He needs to just realize that he's not very good at debating live. He's just, I don't know what his deal is. He's just not very good at it. He's really good at analyzing things, though. He's very, very good. But, people should just know their strengths, know their weaknesses, and act in accordance with that. But, yeah, it's hard to fault the guy for wanting to get his ideas out there in real life. But it's hard to fault him for that, but it just seems to consistently underperform. Like, we all know he's really actually quite the smart dude, but I guess not very quick on his feet. I don't know. I really don't know. Just seems to consistently underperform in a debate format. He's really good on a conversational level where people are just having a chat about a subject, not and it can be adversarial or non-adversarial, but as a formalized debate where there's like a moderator, questions, point, counterpoint, that kind of thing, he's just not very good. Also, he can't pronounce San Luis Obispo. He pronounces it like a filthy Frenchman, even though the French never sullied our soil. Actually, this goes back to the terms of service thing. Is apparently the document points out that private companies are not regulated by the First Amendment. Like, this is I don't know if there's a better way of spending the evening than with me and 3-year-old Big Ring and Bear. Let's find out tomorrow night when you actually chat in person. That might be more fun. Who knows? Yeah, but Sargon is actually pretty good. He's pretty good. Oh, awesome, Cowboy Bear. Yeah, San Luis is a good county. I like it. I like it a lot. We've got we've got ourselves a cottage that can be rented for weekend wine trips if you would like. We can hook you up with a phone number if I trust you. If I trust you. Yes, really, we do. Yeah. I happen to have to ask the boss man, if it's okay if the weekend calendar is clear, because sometimes there's a guest coming to stay in the cottage and stuff. Because the parent the parents do have friends, and they do quite like to bring their friends up to the ranch. Oh, I'm quite looking forward to talking about face to face with a bear with you. It'll be very, very fun, I think. I'm having a grand time with these interviews. I'm having an absolute grand time, and I look forward to doing them more and more. And it's really quite fun. And is there anything else really to talk about tonight? I don't think so. I think it's okay to have a 30-minute stream. What do you guys think? Boulder, pretty much anyone who comes to my stream can actually have an interview. Like, you just have to DM me to set it up and actually show up. Like, I'm not sure who I'm having next week, but I think I want to have Pinder on again. He's very fun. Yeah, I'm out of things to talk about tonight, guys. I'm not quite as fired up about what went on the other day. Not quite as fired up about it, although I am still quite sad about the ugliness of the entire situation and the tragedy and the pain that those people are suffering through due to their loss, and those who got injured and didn't die are suffering through physically as well. I'm quite sad about that, but I don't really have anything else to say about it at the moment. And I think it is proper for people to be sad about it. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that just a little bit. So apparently the campaign of Beto O'Rourke, and I guess Pinder will, if Pinder appears, he'll have quite a bit to say about this. That is correct, Big Rig and Bear. I will I will get in touch with you on the Hangout about how that'll go down. I'll make sure that I don't expose myself to anything that will hurt me. Yes, Boulder Bear is queen of the jail kitchen. Nobody's allowed to mess with his kitchen. Very good tea. So yeah, Beetle O'Rourke, this weird looking guy with a funny shaped nose and squinty eyes and oddly angled eyebrows. Weird looking guy. I mean, it's like his eyes are like squinty like this, like he's constantly trying to read the fine print, but his eyebrows are angled like downward, like they're droopy. Like, like what is wrong with that dude? He's got a weird looking face. Anyway, this weird looking guy who thinks it's super rad to skateboard into a debate because skateboarding is what the kids are into, I guess. And if your candidate can skateboard, that means you'll vote for him, I guess. Hello, Legionary. Because I guess that's what's important. That's really important. But hey, here's the thing: is you skateboard in, but the thing is someone in your campaign who has access to campaign finances is sending funding and materials with those finances to the migrant caravan in Mexico. Instead of using it to campaign with, because that's ethical and legal. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's neither of those things. In fact, and the people who did that are probably going to go to jail because Texas is not very friendly to corruption. They don't like it. They managed to excise the corruption a few decades back, and they don't like it when people try and bring the corruption back. And the Texas voters, they don't very much like it when you take money that's supposed to be for one thing and use it for your own personal agenda instead. Like even if Beto O'Rourke didn't actually know about this, which I kind of doubt, I think he probably knew about it. But even if he didn't know about it, that means that his campaign is highly corrupt, and he's just going to bring that corruption into the office with him. And besides, there was no way he was going to beat Ted Cruz in the first place, so that seat was always safe. I mean, he's the Hello Fellow Kids candidate. Golly, I mean, for Christ's sake, people, for Christ's sake, you can't just win. You can't win just on. It's probably the most pathetic campaign I've ever. Well, no, second most pathetic campaign I've ever borne witness to in my entire life. Second only to You Can Destroy Cities with Rocks from the Moon, Brianna Wu. So if Beto the Beta runs for president, I would be highly amused by that bungling campaign. That would be the best thing ever, in my opinion. That would be the best thing ever. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I'm going to be in the ham, probably. But I think I'm going to call it here and say, I'm not even going to say the normal stuff except for the YMCA. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was on Crowder though, wasn't it? Well, Legionary, the thing is death will come with socialism and communism. Which, I'm going to call it here, guys, and say, have a great evening. Like, this is not the, tune in tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow will be a much better show because I will have Big Rick and Bear on to talk about Face to Face with a Bear. It's going to be a very fun time. It'll be excellent. Tell your friends, share it around, tell everyone about it ahead of time. It'll be great. Tell everyone about it. The evening will be absolutely fantastic. You can bring some beers and hang out in the chat. The chat is always fun. So tell everyone about it. Tell the Bears. Tell your friends. It'll be a great time. Have a great evening, and never forget that socialism always ends in starvation and genocide. Tomorrow will be better. I promise.